for the serious gamer.
Hey, what's going on, NextGenTactics? It's Guns for Hire here with another Black Ops update on Friday, August the 20th. So this is fresh news. For those of you that missed it or aren't following the Twitter site, and I'll put that link in the description of this video. Hopefully I remember to do that, because I'm always forgetting to do that anyway. For those of you who don't know, right now he's in Cologne, Germany for GamesCom, which is the equivalent, the European equivalent of the E3 convention that's held in Los Angeles, California every year. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's the largest electronic sort of exhibition out there, and that's usually where all the big companies release all the new info on the upcoming games, where we learned, you know, where they sort of unveiled Black Ops and Reach and Kinect from Microsoft. Anyway, all that stuff aside, because that's not what you're here for, obviously. For those of you who didn't know, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think it's 5 p.m. GMT time in Europe. Anyway, they had a live interview on Ustream, and I watched it with about 5,000 to 6,000 other people, and it constantly updated. So I know most of you watching this did not watch that stream, because I was there, and quite frankly, there would have been, what, more than 50,000 people watching it, and there wasn't. So I'm bringing you the information right now. It was about half an hour to, I think it was half an hour to 40 minutes long. Anyway, it involved Josh Olin. For those of you that don't know who he is, he's the community manager for Treyarch, and I've been following him. That's usually where I get my information from, so it's directly from the source, and there's no like rumors this. I don't go on other websites. I take it directly from Treyarch, so none of this is bullcrap, and I watched it live myself. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. I wasn't set up in time, because I actually checked Twitter, and he's like, "We're streaming in about 3 minutes." I'm like, whoa! So I went over there and I got it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for you guys and give you all sorts of information. I'm going to go through it, and there were several topics that they discussed, including the multiplayer reveal in September 1st, gave a little more information about that. Beta, the RC car, concerns of the community, you know, with the kill streak at 3, where you get this RC radio-controlled car that explodes, and they want, you know, people had questions about it, and basically there was a lot of questions from the community. They also talk about hacking, preventative measures for that, PC mods being available, and I think that was it around there. So I'm going to touch on all of those subjects. First off, we're going to talk about the multiplayer reveal, because a lot of people, there's speculation that the multiplayer reveal is going to be the beta testing, and I said in the last one, I said likely that the multiplayer reveal is just going to be a little more detailed, full multiplayer, you know, video showing you the ins and outs of the multiplayer game, because we had a teaser trailer. So it was just sort of giving you a taste of things, and people, you know, of course, we love ripping it apart. I enjoy doing it too, because it gives you a little bit and your imagination starts going. But they did give a little bit more information, and from the sounds of it, I do not believe, and again, this is just my opinion from what I watched on this live interview, I do not believe that September 1st will be a beta. They may announce when a beta will be released, but the event itself, this multiplayer on September 1st, is more like a red carpet event. It's supposed to be a huge unveiling of the multiplayer content in Los Angeles, and that's exactly what he said. It's a red carpet event. Lots of people are going to be there. They're going to show the multiplayer. They're going to give details about the multiplayer. Lots of questions about it, the kill streaks, details, types of maps that are involved, you know, whether there's going to be some night maps, what they're going to be like, the weapons. Lots of information. That's why it's called the multiplayer reveal, because they're going to reveal a ton of information, which will probably leave us with even more questions and concerns about the game, no doubt. Anyway, so by the sounds of it, when he was talking about it, I don't believe that there's going to be a beta. Not at least at September 1st, because that's not what the intention of this event is. And again, they may announce it, but this is more or less giving you more information, probably a huge demo video likely is going to be released. I can't see them not doing that. So that's essentially what it's going to be. It's not a beta release. It's not going to be September 1st, here's the beta. No, this is a red carpet sort of exhibition, and everyone's going to be able to see exactly what the game's about. They're also going to, sort of jumping ahead to PC games. As some of you know, if you're a PC gamer, they have confirmed that they will allow modding in there. Now, there's not a lot of information about it. It does support mod, but they didn't reveal, and someone did ask, and they asked the question whether or not you guys are going to be getting dedicated servers for Call of Duty, and they said again they weren't going to release this information until September 1st. So again, for PC gamers, if you're are they going to have dedicated servers? You're going to want to pay attention to September 1st. That's when they're going to give the information. And if that's what you're sort of hindering your decision as to whether or not you're going to buy it, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned to that. Again, we're going to give you the information, so if you want, you can be lazy, subscribe to us. I'd love it if you did. Love it if you did. Me and my beads do. Anyway, so we're going to give the information as soon as it comes out, as soon as we can anyway. We'll get it out to you as soon as possible. So that information was not conveyed. However, like I said, a lot of information is going to be revealed on there. It's not, the big beta that everyone's thinking. Now, the other issue that we're talking about is the RC car. When they showed the RC car in the teaser trailer, lots of people had questions about balancing and how that's ridiculous that it's a 3-kill streak and you're going to get abuse it and people are going to hack it and blah, blah, blah. So this information kind of goes hand in hand, and I love the information we're getting. The more I hear these guys talking about it, the more I know that they're serious about maintaining this franchise. Not just, and I'm the first culprit. If any of you guys know, like, you watch some of my older gun shop, I'm like, blah, 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 Activision keeps turning out these Call of Duties. They're not making many improvements. But you know what? I think Treyarch is like I said in the last update, Treyarch is looking at this as an opportunity to take the reins of the Call of Duty franchise. And they want to make sure that the new ones aren't just a rehash of everything else and the same old problems. What was conveyed in this interview tells me that these guys are taking this seriously and they want to maintain it. This is like gold to Activision. So if it's gold and it's bringing in so much cash for them, if they know if they just keep rehashing the same thing over and over again, which is what my concern was, and a lot of you guys concerned was, people are going to start getting bored with it, and someone else is going to create something where it's going to draw our attention over that way, and they don't want that. They've got something that's really solid, I friggin' love it, and they want to make sure that they keep our attention, so they're going to make improvements. Now back to the RC car. They said, what about the RC car, what about hacking, what about balancing? And they said, the RC car, they've heard the community, they said they've gone to great lengths to actually balance this RC car, and they also have concerns, and they're looking into, he said that they're looking into changing the kill streak number. So when you actually get the RC car, they're, at 3 kill streak, they're looking at it, maybe we should make it a 10 kill streak or something like that. But then he said something interesting. He says, now we're considering doing that. He said, however, when everyone sees what the other kill streaks are, he says it's going to be very hard to move that RC car up and swap it with another kill streak. He says, because believe me, when you guys see the other kill streaks, probably hardly anyone's going to use the RC car. He says that some of those other kill streaks are incredible, and he says he doubts it that everyone's going to be using the RC car all the time. He says that thing, you think it looks cool, he says, but the other kill streaks are going to he says, I don't even know if I can swap with it because they're way more powerful. And I'm like, all right, that's good, that's good. But however, on the note of people hacking, you know what I mean, making it incredibly explosive. We had with Modern Warfare 2, we had the problem with the shooting flares at people because there's a bunch of douchebags out there that like to ruin these games. They think it's funny. I don't find it so funny. You just ruin games. Anyway, I don't want to get onto rambling and ranting and I don't like it, blah, blah. Who cares? This is all information about Black Ops. So they talked about hacking, and I like what they've done with this as well. And whether or not it's actually going to work, I don't know, but they are definitely trying. And this is what Josh Olin said. He said, we're aware of the hacking problems. We're aware of the, the 10th level hacking where they hack their way up. That's a glitch and they go all the way up there. He says that Treyarch has put great effort into blocking and changing the coding and the language of Black Ops to prevent all current types of hacking that are involved in all the other previous Call of Duties, including Modern Warfare 2. So what they've done, and granted, hackers are friggin' smart little bastards. Yes, you are. If you're a hacker, you're a smart little bastard. You ruin my games, but you're smart. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So they've taken all known methods that these guys hack with, and they block them all. So if you're thinking that you're going to be able to use the same method that you did on Modern Warfare 2 to go up to 10th level, based on what he said he's going to block it. And we all know, no matter how many preventative measures anyone, any programmer, software developer puts in, hackers always find a way around it. It may take a little bit longer, but they will find a way. I hope they don't. I hope Treyarch stays one step ahead, but they never usually are. You know how it goes. So anyway, they blocked all that preventative stuff. They're taking hacking seriously. They don't want it at all to be involved in this. They don't want it to ruin the experience. Now, in terms of weapon, they talked at great length, actually, about balancing weapons. They said, you know, we're aware of all the balancing issues that were in Modern Warfare 2 and previous versions, and they said, we know that that's a great source for a lot of complaints and hardships in the Call of Duty. And they said that they've done their absolute best, and they actually have they have preventative measures built into the game ahead of time. So without even having to go back and create, you know, an update or a patch or anything like that, they've actually got these. I don't know, he didn't go into too many details of it, but all he said was, we've got preventative measures programmed into the game itself that if we need to, we can release, like, really easily to snuff out a lot of hacking issues and modding issues and balancing issues. They're actually, I think they have them so that, I mean, my understanding, the way he was talking is almost as if they could take the damage issue or calibrate weapon firepower, the rate of firepower, and adjust it easily, quick. Boom, a little update, boom, it's done, and it's not like a huge patch. It's like, all right, let's adjust these levels. So I think they're actually taking this incredibly seriously, and I'm actually so pumped up for it. They're doing exactly what I thought Treyarch was going to do, which is try and go, take the reins and go above and beyond what's out there, improve on it. Take the existing games, email. Right in the middle of my cast here. Anyway, so they're taking this very seriously, and I think they're going to do a real good job. This is why this game is actually outselling in pre-orders. It's outselling in pre-orders Modern Warfare 2, if you guys aren't aware of that right now. So people they're banking on this, and I think they're doing good. And I know people, you know, some of you guys get pissed and they're just like, oh yeah, it's just another one. Treyarch's not like that. For those of you that are unaware of it, they're exceptionally good at balancing weapons. I mean, other than one weapon in World at War, which was the MP40, most of all the weapons were balanced very, very well. Way better than any weapons in Modern Warfare 2, like leaps and bounds. I'm excited for the kill streaks. It sounds like they're going to be some pretty interesting stuff, and if he's right, if he's not just, you know, saying that the RC car is like, dudes, you're not even going to use this thing because there's going to be some amazing kill streaks in there that you're going to absolutely love. And I'm like, yes, that's nice. And someone actually asked him too, on a 25 kill streak, are you going to unleash Chuck Norris? I thought that was kind of funny. That was some Chuck Norris guy going on, but they're like, they're not going to have it in there. He's like, I can neither confirm nor deny. You know, anyway, they're not going to be doing that. What else are we going to be talking about here? Hacking, I talked about it. Preventative measures, RC car balancing. So the bottom line is, from this interview that I got, these guys are taking all the existing issues that we have, all of our concerns, and they're taking them very seriously. This is exceptionally good news for you guys, especially you pessimists. I know some of you guys are watching and are like, ah, yeah, it's not gonna happen. They don't really care. You've got to put faith into this, okay? Because, you know what? You got to think of it this way. Like I said earlier, this is their flagship. This game makes them tons of money, and if they don't maintain this game and maintain your interest in this game by providing you with something that's unique, different, and better than what you've experienced before, you're going to lose interest, they're going to lose money. To them, this is all about money. And if they think they're going to lose money because they're just rehashing the same old crap, they're not going to allow that to happen, I promise you. And by the sounds of it, by what Treyarch said, Josh Olin in this interview said, they're taking this very seriously. They're trying to fix all the problems that were persistent in Modern Warfare 2. They're taking all of those issues there, and they're trying to say, okay, let's try and prevent this from happening. Let's balance these weapons. Let's put preventative measures in there so that we're not going to have all these same issues and people are going to grumble and stop playing this game. They want us to play this game, and they want us to play this game for like we did with Call of Duty 4. Where we played it forever and ever, like 2+ years. At least I did anyway. It was like crack to me. Anyway, that's it. As an update, that was an interview in Cologne, Germany at GamesCom with Josh Olin, the community manager for Treyarch, and this was at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is where I am, so that's where I'm going to say it is. You guys can look up the conversion there. It was today at lunchtime, and it was done just today. So this information is fresh, but it's very, very reassuring that this game is going to kick some serious ass. Honest to God, and I'll keep you guys updated as it comes in, but this is exceptionally good news. From what I heard, dudes, bank your money, get the pre-order in there, because I promise you this is going to be an amazing game by the sounds of it. It's going to kick ass. Anyway, I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Whoo, Black Ops!